adults, and seniors. And it's the ability to, at each one of those stages in life, to be successful. And how are we to be successful is to using those attitudes to maximize that stage in our lives. See, we don't get a chance to go back to be teenagers. So the idea is to maximize that as a teenager so that we can prepare for that young adult stage, so that we can move into our adult stage. And no matter what stage you're in, there's pathways to success in Love Made Simple for you in that stage. We need each other. Again, it reinforces the fact that we need each other. We're connected. Maybe we aren't seniors as teenagers, as young adults, but one day if we desire and everything, work it well, we will get there. And we have a part to play. And those seniors pour back into our youth and our young adults. And our young adults are preparing for that time when they can be influencers as children, and and having children and working to develop themselves in a way that they can have something to offer the next generation. So the book is really allow you to find your space in whatever stage you are in.
Right. Now, that's what your nonprofit organization offers. Can you share more insight on that?
The nonprofit is the umbrella from all of what I'm doing here. And basically what we do there is we teach teenagers and young adults to give them the clear journey in life, so that we give them the tools so that they can succeed in life. We feel that at teenagers and young adults, if we can help them and educate them in the tools that they would need early on in life, that they can avoid some of the pitfalls and challenges that prevent them from being able to reach their goals and to have a clearer journey in life in a way that they can find themselves sooner. And that's what our call is to reach people. But we're not excluded to just teenagers. Like I said, the book is inclusive, but what we want to do is give the young people a good start in what this journey called life.
Right. That's a very important foundation you set in there, Juan. Wish you best of luck in the project.
Thank you.
Yeah, Juan, rounding up. So how can I recognize love when I see it?
It's the actions on behalf of others. When someone is demonstrating it to you, you can see it. When you're demonstrating it to others, they can see it. It's very easy. We have to understand it's about the ability of giving, not necessarily receiving, because love doesn't have a requirement of receiving anything in return. And that's something that we really have to get away from, is to think that, something got to give me something because I gave them something. No, love is just because you have this abundance that you want to give. That's why development is so essential. It's just oozes out of you. It's like breathing. It's not something that you have to muster up or figure it out. It just comes out of you when it is who you are.
Right. Don't you think that love is symbiotic? Right, for you to have a really worthwhile relationship with the people in your life, right? Talking about love, don't you think it's a give and take symbiotic thing?
Say that again. Is it a what?
Yeah, you talk about oozing out love, right? Unselfishly towards the other person in your life, right? Mm-hmm. I'm asking you this question. Don't you think that love is a symbiotic thing, as in you give and take, right? It's not just a one-manship situation and position.
Here's the thing about it. It doesn't require any return. But here's the point. If each of us has the ability to love, and that is to demonstrate. See, what we have to deal with is love is the motivation. It demonstrates our motivation. Okay? If our motivation is to harm another, that's deemed as love. Because we want to hurt that person, we want to harm that person. But the fact of the matter is that when I refer to love, we're talking about the acts on behalf of another. That means that it's not selfish. See, you can selfishly demonstrate love, but you can also unselfishly demonstrate love. It basically determines our motivation. And so don't expect something back if it's something that you are offering with nothing in return. We can't look at it as something that we're going to get back. It's an action. The ability to be able to
That's right.
demonstrate a giving on behalf of another. You talked about it being symbolic. The thing about it is that we don't have
Symbiotic, right?
symbiotic. Yeah, we don't have to accept. It's not dependent upon someone else for us to love. It's not important. And so the fact is that it's a giving. Now we're able to receive it when it is given, but the fact of the matter
That's
is
right.
it's not necessary. It's not, because see, that's the whole part about it being about developing yourself, because you have to be secure in who you are to be able to give. If
That's
you're
right.
not, you're not going to be able to do it without the expectations of something in return.
I understand where you're coming from, Joanne. Yeah, right. Generally, my own principle about life is like, it's either you don't have any expectations at all, or you have a lower expectations in people, right? I haven't come to that stage in life now, but now we talk about relationship and we talk about love, right? I always believe, or I believe that really the love is a win-win situation and it's a give and take situation. You can always have a one-manship position in a relationship. Now, talking about business, talking about personal life, right? Oh, I'm giving out of love. I'm not expecting things in return. Don't you think that at the end of the day, resentments begin to set in because you realize that you are just giving, you're pouring out without, being reciprocated, right? In the long
It,
run.
See, there are different types of relationships, and different types of
That's right.
relationship requires different um, expectations in them. When you
That's
talk
right.
about intimate relationships, marriages, and things like that, there is the process to that relationship. Remember, we were talking about earlier about this experience in life. It's about establishing these relationships and values to them. When you begin to look into those particular relationships that are very intimate, very close relationships, those are relationships that you have to understand more about it. You have to understand that value a little bit more. That's a process to get to, because when you're talking about marriage, you're talking about becoming one. You're talking about an intimacy. And with that, you're going to have to understand something deeper into then what it is that you see, what it is that you hear. You really begin to understand what their actions are like. And it's in that place, because actions are where you're going to begin to walk together. We're going to be able to solve problems together, make decisions together. It's their actions, not their talk, not what you see, not what they say, but you've got to be able to see them act in a way. It takes time. And so that process is different than a coworker. That's a different relationship than a neighbor. That's a different relationship than a friend. This is when you get into the area of understanding who I am, and the people that I align myself with are in connection with, a conjunction with who I am. Okay, that's when you begin. See, I'm not looking for somebody to give me something that I don't have. I'm complete in who I am. Okay,
Right.
and that's why, again, it starts on developing myself. Basic relationships and divorces and things like that start from the fact that I don't know who I am. And then you wonder why you get to where you're going, because you're going to try to add somebody into somewhere you don't know where you're going. And so that's a little bit of an issue. So that process of developing yourself will answer a whole lot of questions when it becomes time for you to start establishing relationships, even business relationships, family relationships, work relationships, intimate relationships. That's the foundation for all of these relationships. And it tells us and gives us the ideas that we need to understand how we need to navigate those relationships, because love allows you to navigate bad relationships as well as good ones.
Right. Thank you for that insight, Juan Lee. Right. Appreciate your thoughts on that. So do you have any projects you're working on?
Actually, I am. I have some courses that I'm going to be launching next month. Well, actually, now next month is this month. It's hopefully it will be. I'm going to be having a webinar, hopefully by the end of this month, to introduce those courses. And also, I'm going to be launching my coaching. My coaching is going to be launching this month, so that we can really begin. Now, that's a one-on-one thing. And so that all of these things, if you work with me, all of these things are tax deductible, by the way, because they fall underneath of the umbrella of Clear Journey. And whenever you work with me, you're giving into the project Clear Journey to support. So just don't look at it's an investment into our youth, our young adults, but you get the benefits. That's what it's all about.
Right. Wish you best of luck in the project.
And by all means, go to my website, Clear Journey's website. It's clearjourney.org, and just look around and see the things that we offer and the things that and also we're looking for partners and sponsors. If anybody's interested in becoming a sponsor or a partner with us, let me know. Reach out, send me an email. You can either email me at Clear Journey, or you can email me at info@juanleetheauthor.com. And we're up and running and wanting to help.
Great. Thank you once again, Juan Lee. Any social media connections you'd like to share?
All over the place. I'm at Juan Lee the Author on Instagram and Facebook. Love Made Simple on Twitter. You can catch me on LinkedIn as Juan Lee. Oh, and I'm gonna be coming up sometime in the first quarter. We're gonna be on I'm going to be on Clubhouse. I don't know if you're familiar with Clubhouse.
I am.
We're gonna get us a room on Clubhouse. So we're gonna keep it real, and we're gonna talk real life on Clubhouse. Sometime this first quarter, we're gonna get that up and running.
All right, I'll be on the lookout. I wish you best of luck also in that.
Look out for me. I'm coming.
All right. Thank you once again, Juan Lee, for your thoughts on the show. Really had a blast, right? Thank you for the exposition, especially on love, right? Love is the basis of everything, and we can't, over talk about love, right? So I really wish you best of luck in all your projects, right?
We look, if we only knew the power of love,
life will be much more better to live in, right?
For everybody.
Sure. We get that. I think with teachings, with expositions just like this, we get that with the right information, right? People will really make the better decision.
That's exactly right.
All right. It's a pleasure once again having you on the show today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for joining me on the show. It's really been a great time having Juan Lee on the show today. Right. If you want to catch up with any of my missed episodes, just go online and search for Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen on any podcast distribution platforms or course promotion platforms to bump into online. And do have an amazing time. Till I come your way, I need to stay safe. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. It's an engaging and enlightening talk show on life, relationships, and the business of life. Grab a cup of juice and just chill. Life Well Lived by Omobola Stephen. Live life. Live fully.
If you're thinking about leaving, let me know. If you're thinking that you don't